Afternoon, folks. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. And what I thought I'd do today is come out here on the lathe and turn myself a plate. I've got a bowl that fits down inside my bush pot that I've already made, and a nice spoon that goes with it. And I've got a kuxa and a mortise and pestle spoon that I made. And now I want to make a plate that will sit in my bush pot underneath my bowl that I made from the same material, which is tulip poplar. So I'm going to make a plate that's about the same diameter as a bowl that hopefully will work as a lid for the bowl if I need it to, as well as a plate to eat off of. So I had a look at some 18th century plates yesterday, and they were pretty straightforward. I'm going to cut this off in the end, but they had a step here where the plate sat flat. Then they had a little bit of indentation here to the rim at an angle. And then on the inside, it was just slightly cupped about an inch in from the center, and it was flat other than that. So it's a pretty simple design. Looks like it would work for a lid as well. And that's what I'm striving for right now. So I'm trying to do a couple things right now. I'm trying to accomplish where my step is going to be, which is going to be about right here. So I'm trying to get some of that cut in. And then I'm also trying to get to the point where I've got an even thickness on the outside of the plate as best I can get it on the back, and I'll take some of that off from the front as well. I'm trying to round the edge of this plate off now, so I'm kind of coming in here from a different angle. And most of this stuff that I've done has been, the skills have been self-taught over time of just doing it over and over and over again until I figured out what the best method was to get it done. You know, you can study videos on YouTube and you can read books and things like that, but in the end, you know, there's no substitution for experimental archaeology, as some people call it. And I had an old flint napper tell me one time, I asked him when I first started learning how to nap flint, I went to a nap in, and I sat down beside an old flint napper and I said, what does it take to learn to nap flint? And he said, it takes time and tonnage. And I've never forgotten that. That was about probably 10 years ago now. And I've never forgotten that statement, time and tonnage, because everything that you do, that you learn, and every skill that you own equates to time and tonnage. How much time have you put into it, and what's the tonnage of material and work that you've put into it to get there. So right now I'm putting in my time and tonnage to learn how to run this lathe. Everything from making my own tools to setting the lathe up different ways to learning how to manipulate the tools to get them to do what I want them to do. And I've watched lots and lots of videos on this, and there's several good ones out there. But in the end, I think like anything else, you kind of have to develop your own style for the way you do things. So now I'm just trying to kind of round this rim off, and I'm having to come at it from a slightly different angle with the tool to get that to happen. Sooner or later, you get what you want. And I think I just found it. Now, because this is a plate, we're not trying to get a whole lot of recess here. We're really just trying to even everything up as far as the thickness goes. So I get to this portion where my thickness is even all the way across, and then kind of just flatten it out and dish it in just a shade. Okay, so here's the plate that we made, and my whole intention with this was to have a bowl with a lid and then a plate, and then I've got the other bowl that I had made before, and I was hoping that all of that would nest down inside my bush pot, just like that, and it does. It nests in there perfectly, just like that. So that was the whole reason for making the plate the size we made it, was A, so that it could be a lid for either one of these bowls, or a standalone plate, and it would all nest inside the bush pot, so everything had to be the dimension to fit inside the bush pot, which is why we made the bowls the size we did. Well folks, I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. Appreciate you joining me for another video today, working on the pole lathe to make this small plate. I appreciate your views, I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, and for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks guys.